right. Open the door for the legendary, the one and only Chaka Khan will be performing along with Ricky Lake in Bryant Park. Ricky's going to be hosting. Chaka's going to be performing on Wednesday, September 26th at 1 p.m. New York City. Stand up, everybody. Her material is like... Oh, damn. Hello, Wendy.
Diva.
You just came up on me all of a sudden. Now, when we met each other for the first time about a month ago, you said, if I come to your show, you're going to be nice to me, aren't you? And I said, why wouldn't I? Yes.
I don't recall saying that.
Well, as legend has it.
I swear I do not
Maybe
recall
not.
saying that. I swear.
Okay, well, so I noticed on the back of your new CD, you have a new CD. It'll be released in stores
Tomorrow.
It's
called Funk This.
And there are 13 songs. You're not superstitious?
Yes, I think 13 is a lucky number
Okay,
for black people.
Good, okay. Mary J. Blige, Tony Maiden.
I love these claps. This is working me.
It's like a sitcom.
Like, you get laughter too.
Yes. So look, the 13 songs, including, and not a lot of collabos. Michael McDonald, legendary.
Yeah.
Mary J. Blige, legendary. And who's Tony Maiden? I'm sorry.
Tony Maiden's a guitar player from Rufus. Legendary.
Okay. Now, everybody needs to pick this CD up. Chaka, I noticed on here, Burgundy Records. Is this your...
Burgundy is...
Your hair and your record label? Burgundy.
No, it just happened to all fall, I swear. It was anointed. It all fell into place. So it's a Sony BMG label. And it was called Burgundy before they met me.
Wow. I love it.
You all go, ooh.
No, so
I feel like I'm on a Lucy show.
Now let's get it. Well, this is a loser show.
Lucy.
No.
I said Lucy.
Oh, okay. No,
no Freudian slips, baby.
No. The same. Lucy, loser.
No,
same
don't go there.
Listen, you know what? It is what it is. How old are you approximately now? Are you under 50 or over 50?
I'm over 50.
Are you?
Yes.
55?
No.
Yeah, under.
No, we should be playing the dun 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 the click tick.
Yeah, in your head. Yeah.
Tick tock tick. I'm 53.
You look terrific. You know
what? How old are you?
Younger than you, but not that much. 47.
Oh.
Does that make sense?
No, okay, 47. So I was only 5 when you were born.
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay.
See, that's how I look at it.
Okay. So now I love the pictures on your album cover, and I've always loved your freckles, and I've always wanted to ask you, do you argue with people to cover them sometimes and then not cover them other times? Because I love them showing.
Well, I used to be real, like really freaked out about it and want to cover them up when I was younger.
Yeah.
But by the time I get off the stage or within 10 minutes of any makeup, I don't care how deep, they come out.
Yeah,
so
no matter what.
It makes no sense.
Now, your mom showed up I forgot the big awards event that you were at.
Yeah, I know the one you're talking about. I forgot what it's called, too, though. Oh, it was for my Lifetime Achievement Award.
Right, and people said you looked a mess up there.
A mess?
Yes!
What do you mean mess? Mess in what way?
Messy acting. Messy, like people... I remember this because I remember I saw ins and outs of it myself, and I read the reviews the next day.
Okay.
And people were trying to figure out, there was a time in your life when you were on drugs. But
they thought I was high.
When was the last time you hit a drug?
Over 2 years.
Wow. 2 years?
That's right, darling. That's right. See, so, it's that, that's a no-win situation.
Yeah.
Once you do that, it always comes right back around to bite you in the ass.
Don't I know it?
It feels do you know it too? Anybody else sitting here sober?
Yes.
That has gone through that experience? I'll tell you, that's what happens.
No, I know. And now, do you occasionally do you know the chief?
No, I never did that.
Oh, wow.
That was never my choice.
So then 2 years ago, you knew the fish scale.
I'm not going to talk with you. That's my personal business.
Okay.
That's like asking. It's like asking, do you prefer missionary or dog style?
Oh, she's about to ask
Do you prefer crack? Do you prefer crack or line?
You know what I'm saying? It's like
okay.
Really personal.
All right.
Let's just suffice to say, I've never stuck a needle in my arm.
Okay, good. Now, can I ask you something? Was it Chaka who was most poisonous to herself during the poison days, or was it men that came in your life that perhaps took advantage of you?
Well, let's say this. everything that happened to me, I let happen to me.
Okay.
I take responsibility for it.
Yeah.
There were a lot of poisonous people in my life, but there were also a lot of angels in my life.
Yeah.
You dig?
Yeah.
There were all my fears and my stuff that took me to that dark place.
Yeah.
And I brought myself, with the help of God,
Yeah.
out of it.
Out of it. Did you go to formal rehab?
Yes.
Good for you. Did you go to one of these places where celebrities go, where you went like?
Yes, I went to a Riviera rehab.
Oh, yeah, yes, darling. Now, you paid for that out of pocket, or why are you looking at your booker? No, you knew what it was.
I'm looking at my sister. That's my little sister.
Hi.
My baby sister. Her name is Tammy.
I know she's giving you the look like, why is she asking me this? Because
I'm just looking for a reaction. I don't know.
Okay.
Because ain't nobody ever asked me to go on that deep before. So I'm trying to just see her face. I want to see how she
welcome
looking.
to the experience, ex-offender.
Yes, hello.
Ex-offender, haven't touched in 10 years.
Hallelujah.
When I got nosebleeds, I like to smoke, and I'm sorry, I want to ask.
Do you smoke cigarettes?
No, I don't.
I do. That's my absolute last vice. And I want to give that up really bad.
Okay.
I'm going to.
Yeah.
But I'm like, look,
when
I get friggin' stressed and stuff,
right,
I got to have something.
Right. Now,
I'd light a cigarette.
Now, you have children? You have children?
I have 2 children and 2 grandchildren.
And how old are the children?
My kids are I have a daughter who's gorgeous. Her name is Indira. She's a singer. She's 32 or 32.
Okay.
33. And I have a son, 28.
Now, that's the one we want to ask you about, because I was trying to figure out whether this was your son. Your son was accused
of murder.
About a year and a half ago.
Yeah, but it was all a big, jealous lie.
Now, we're going to rejudge the story. Charlemagne, do you remember the story?
No.
Chaka's son, who's only like 17 years old, right? Mm-hmm. He was at a house party in Los Angeles. Your sister's going crazy, but this was in the news. This was in the news. And this is the best time to talk about this. Mm-hmm. He was at a house party. There was some sort of jealous fight over a girl. Mm-hmm. And your son was accused of dealting the final blow that killed a boy his own age.
Wow.
The cops showed up, and the rest kind of...
That's a lie.
What happened with it?
That's all lie.
What happened with the rest?
I'm not going to tell you.
Okay.
Because, you can go and look at the public court records. They're all public. You can find out how the trial went. I'm not going to discuss that.
Okay.
Because it's something, that we did. It's done.
Yeah.
And it was... I'm not going to discuss it. It's over with.
Okay.
I'm thankful that I have my son.
Yeah.
And I know what kind of man he is, and I know that it was what brought it on, and I know who that he didn't do it.
Listen, I'm not bringing these
God
things up for conflict. I'm just bringing them up because
if you want to know.
That story was a story that came across the wire. Charlemagne, now do you remember the story?
Yes, I do.
I'm thankful. What sticks out of my mind about the whole thing, was all the prayer and support I got from all the people who have stuck with me through all these years.
Right.
That's what sticks out in my mind.
Now,
I
remember in about 98 or 99, there was a protest for Chaka Khan. Chaka Khan's in the studio. Her CD comes out tomorrow, everybody, by the way.
Yes, cleared all of them. Come on.
It's called Funk This.
Funk This.
98 or 99, there was a petition to get Chaka Khan a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Now, up until that point, I thought getting a star was as easy as being a star. That would be you, Chaka. Little did I know there were protests, money that had to, petitions, and money.
You have to pay something like $15,000 for a star. Now, do I look like I need a star somehow? Look,
no.
I mean, something that your fan, if you have a big fan club or a lot of supporters,
right,
and they get the money together. Some people have been known to have bought their stars.
Of course.
Wow. But I would never do that.
You don't need it at this point.
There are children who could use that money.
$15,000
for a college grant.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Now, how old were you when you lost your virginity? Because I know you were a young girl.
I was about 19.
19? Mm-hmm. So were you Chaka part of Rufus at that point? Almost.
Yes, I was.
Wow.
I was. I actually was.
Who'd you lose it to, Rufus?
I'm not telling you that.
Oh, well, damn. I'm just asking. Okay, all right.
I'll tell you that off the record. Hell.
By the way, Chaka's going to be at North Fork Theater in Westbury on October 14th. Back to the question.
I actually like you, you know? I think you're really amazingly cool because you don't bite your friggin' frack tongue, and I hate people that bite their damn tongues.
You have been avoiding this situation for a long time, though, and I've heard
avoiding talking to you,
talk around, but not
that's
talk
what you can't
with.
believe.
That's what people do.
You can't believe that.
They get between us.
A lot of people cannot handle the truth. Have you found that?
Yes, Chaka.